In this belated Halloween video, I think it's the perfect occasion for us to dive into a topic that both stimulates curiosity and brings a strange, chilling sensation, depending on one's perspective. Alongside intelligent life forms like us, the only species we know with technological capabilities, we often approach the universe through a scientific lens, viewing it as a grand event of matter and energy, a story governed by rules that we can explore, predict, and understand, albeit to a certain extent. However, if we delve deeper, perhaps the universe still harbors many mysteries beyond human comprehension. That said, there are aspects of the universe that are too complex to fully understand, questions that science may never answer completely. These are obscured by invisible elements that cannot be measured or verified, to the extent that they seem to mark the limits of science in its quest to explore the universe. The question then arises, could there be a fundamental barrier that prevents both us and even alien beings, if they exist, from crossing it? Recently, there has been an increasing belief that the way we think about the universe might be incomplete, not necessarily because there are things that are unknowable, but because of the very nature of our way of thinking about science and the world. A very fundamental reason for this limitation lies in the very nature of consciousness, a concept we can define only in a rudimentary way, at least up until now. But what is consciousness really? Are we more conscious than an octopus or an anteater? Perhaps we are, but it's impossible to say definitively. Consciousness is a complex phenomenon that we understand only superficially, yet all of us possess it, experiencing it daily, even though no one has a complete explanation. This opens up countless multidimensional philosophical perspectives on consciousness and its role in the universe. Perspectives on consciousness range from materialism, which posits that consciousness is merely a product of the connections and complexity of neurons in the brain, to theories suggesting that it is something greater than the sum of its parts. Viewed through any lens, it seems that consciousness in some way is a real presence in the universe. We are a part of the universe, and thus consciousness is also a part of it. The universe could make our consciousness disappear, but on the most fundamental level, we represent the universe observing and understanding itself, something even the principles of physics sometimes implicitly acknowledge. Perhaps life is like the eyes and ears of the universe, the senses through which it perceives itself, even if the universe itself is not conscious of this. I, as a science enthusiast, must admit that this idea holds a strange allure. This observable universe is far vaster than what we can actually see. It encompasses everything right before our eyes as well as what lies beyond our sight. While an octopus cannot perceive things beyond its own limits, the universe includes trillions of galaxies, a number almost unimaginable. These galaxies are not randomly scattered, but are organized into galaxy clusters, which in turn form superclusters, all interconnected by galactic filaments, stretching across the vast expanse of space. These superclusters of galaxies are surrounded by vast voids, where there are almost no galaxies, save for a few solitary ones. What's especially strange is that the distribution of matter in the universe somewhat resembles the structure of the human brain. If you observe the neural network within the brain, you may notice an uncanny similarity to the way galaxies are distributed in space, even though they are interconnected for entirely different reasons. On one hand, it's the gravitational pull between galaxies, and on the other, it's the connections between neurons. Yet this is truly a thought-provoking question. Neurons in the human brain form clusters connected by long axons, which look remarkably similar to the galactic filaments in the universe. We might consider this a random coincidence, similar to how we see familiar shapes in clouds with no real connection. However, science has seriously studied this idea and has revealed findings that are more complex than we might expect. In 2020, astrophysicist Franco Vazza and neuroscientist Alberto Filetti conducted a study comparing the structure of the brain with the structure of the universe, and the resemblance between these two structures is astonishing. They found that when comparing a millimeter of brain tissue to a section of the universe spanning 300 million light-years, there is a striking similarity. Galaxies are connected through gravitational forces and interactions across the electromagnetic spectrum, creating an information system that can transmit between them, although in a manner entirely different from how the brain operates. The human brain transmits signals through electrochemical connections across a network of neurons, generating thoughts and emotions that are, in essence, just products of electricity and chemistry. This is not too different from the gravity and light in the universe, though it diverges notably in terms of time. The universe is continuously expanding, and interactions between distant galaxies are gradually slowing as gravitational forces are limited by the speed of light. Our brain, in contrast, doesn't expand in this way. It ages, sustains damage, and eventually ceases to function. This is a characteristic of life, of human consciousness. Meanwhile, the universe, by its very nature, doesn't require interactions to occur as quickly as the human brain operates. While neurons can transmit signals about 5 to 50 times per second, the universe operates at a much slower pace. The observable universe spans 90 billion light-years, a vast distance that would take light 90 billion years to traverse. This raises the question of whether there might be forms of connectivity within the universe that we have yet to discover. Then there are black holes, those enigmatic cosmic entities that we still don't fully understand. One of the biggest questions is whether black holes actually destroy information. At present, we don't have a definitive answer. Gravity, one of the most fundamental phenomena in the universe, also remains a profound mystery. There is even a hypothesis that dark matter might not exist at all, but could instead be the result of non-local connections in space. I remain skeptical of the idea that the universe could think, but in reality, this idea isn't entirely unfamiliar in physics. If the universe does indeed possess some form of consciousness, perhaps it is asleep during its expansion, akin to a kind of eternal slumber. Author Philip K. Dick once titled a novel, "Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?" And I'd like to extend this question: does the universe dream of electrochemical humans? This question is not merely a philosophical musing, but opens a pathway for those who wish to delve deeper into the nature of the universe and consciousness. Could it be that as we gaze at the night sky, the universe is, in a way, dreaming of itself through us? Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope the content has given you new and exciting perspectives on the universe and consciousness. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming videos. Feel free to leave a comment below if you have any thoughts or questions to share. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you, and see you in the next video.